Hola, hola muchachos, Nikki here with the Truck Boss Show next to the beautiful Isela.
Hello, how's everyone today?
Hopefully good, it's Thursday, it's Friday Junior is what they call it, right?
Friday Junior, yes.
That's right.
I think we're behind on that though. Haven't they been using that for a long time? When it first started being used, I was like, what does that mean? I think I'm just getting old. No?
No, I'm just kidding. So Isela, what do we always like to do at the beginning of the show?
Well, of course, you know the Truck Boss Show always has the good stuff, always bringing you the good information that's going on in the industry, updating you on the news and, I mean, all
everything,
the events.
hot topics.
We got it all for you.
But today we're going to do it a little bit different. We here at the Truck Boss Show love receiving videos and photos from all of our fans, and we just recently received some really cool videos from one of our fans, Amanda Pillar, who is the owner of ETA Services out of Bella Vista, Arkansas. Amanda told us she had dispatched drivers to Indianapolis to pick up 7 new custom-made 40-foot Geo trailers made by Northeast Great Dane. The trailers were at Dickinson Fleet Services to have lift gates installed. The convoy traveled 2,300 miles across country and stayed together the whole way. She said there were lots of onlookers who pulled over to watch the trucks pass by, and other truckers even asked if they could be part of it next time. Final destination was Seattle, Washington. Wow, Isela, what an awesome show that was. And we want to do a big shout out to LGM Logistics, Robert Mateer Trucking, Southern Runner Trucking, DDA Express, Howard and Holstick, and Howley Transportation for jobs well done.
That's pretty awesome.
They were really cool. I thought it was so cool to see all of those logos for Pepsi and Mountain Dew and just all of the cool PepsiCo products. And those trailers had just been done. They were fresh. So it was like sparkly and shiny.
Well, and then it caught everyone's attention for everyone else to want to be part of it.
Yes.
I think that's pretty cool. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. So big shout out to all those companies. Job well done.
Yes, great job, guys. So moving on, Nikki. Mack Trucks and PACCAR each recently announced recalls of a small number of trucks for suspension and brake issues. Now, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration documents state that the model year 2015 Pinnacle CXU tractors steer axles have been recalled. Apparently, they missed the heat treating operation during manufacturing. Now, we're going to be putting the list of all the trucks in the link below down here in the comment thread. Nikki, I think that is so important that people pay attention because this is Mack and PACCAR that are recalling these models back. Safety is the #1 issue. So if you want to know which ones are being called back, don't worry, we got you. We're going to list that below.
That's right. Check the link below. So moving on, we talked about this last week, and that was the FMCSA Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. Well, news just came out. The FMCSA wants to delay state compliance with Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. On September 6th, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration announced it is proposing a partial compliance delay for certain requirements of its final rule establishing a federal drug and alcohol clearinghouse. If the proposed extension is adopted, which likely will be, the original compliance date of January 6, 2020 will remain in place for all other requirements of the final rule. In other words, there's no extension proposed at this point anyway to delay compliance for other motor carriers. The proposed delay is focused strictly on state driver licensing agencies. FMCSA wants to extend the compliance date from January 6, 2020 until January 6, 2023 for when states must request information from the clearinghouse before completing certain commercial driver's license transactions. So Isela, I think that, this is a little bit wishy-washy, but it did state in the article that you can check out in the comment there, we're going to put that for you can read the article in its entirety, that they are still having companies, you can go online and still register as an authorized user and look up any of these drivers that you're thinking about hiring. So the transparency is still there. It's still going to be available to companies. So.
And I like that it's been extended longer, that's what they're wanting to do. It gives them more of an opportunity to, do what they have to and they're set up. But I like the fact that it's very transparent with the drivers.
Yeah,
so,
at state discrepancy is basically what they're trying to get that to go for.
But now we got to talk about something really big, Nikki. Tell us
I'm scared.
about.
What you gonna talk about?
Tell us about who you got to meet.
Oh, yes, back at GATS. We met so many wonderful people back at GATS, but a specific individual who we met was Evan, who is the owner of Evan's Detailing and Polishing, and he discusses how he gets these trucks tricked out and ready to go for these shows such as GATS in Dallas, Texas. So check Evan out right now. Hey everyone, Nikki here with the Truck Boss Show. Today we are live at GATS 2019 here in Dallas, Texas with our new friend Evan Steger, who is owner of Evan's Detail and Polishing. Thanks for joining us today, Evan.
Nice to meet you, Nikki.
Nice to meet you as well. So Evan, what exactly do you do?
I detail and polish mainly semis. We do some cars back in our shop in Chilton, Wisconsin. But the majority of our work is dealing with the big trucks like this at the shows and everyday work trucks.
Who are your ideal clients? I know that back in the day they said that truckers would polish these trucks up and truck them out and get them ready by themselves. So when did you realize that you could do this gig full time?
So I've been doing this for 19 years. I didn't go full time until 14 years ago. 14 years ago, I was working at a job that really wasn't paying all that great, and I just needed to make a move on my own. I was already doing the polishing and the detailing, and it was paying more to do that on the weekends, just that, than it was working my full-time job. So I just decided at that time, I was getting married, we were talking about starting a family, that we should just do it full-time and see if we can make it work. We did.
So where all, do you have multiple locations, or is this the only show you go to? Where are you at throughout the year?
Yeah, so all year long, we're kind of all over the place. My main shop is in Chilton, in Wisconsin. But like I said, we have the affiliate locations, so they help out with a lot of this stuff, so I don't have to travel all over the country, because I could travel everywhere in the country and find work. We always do Dallas here. Dallas has always been a great show for us. I like the strict competition, how tough it is to win here. So I've always enjoyed this show for the simple fact that it makes me keep my level up.
So if anybody is interested in finding or using you for getting one of their trucks polished, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Facebook, Evan's Detailing and Polishing, of course. On Instagram, it's MetalPolisher3826. We also have a YouTube how-to channel.
Okay.
It's youtube.com/Evan Steger Metal Polishing. We also offer training courses and all kinds of stuff to help out the guys that are just trying to get started.
Sweet. So talking about polishing and getting these things tricked out, let's discuss this one right behind us. We have a Peterbilt that Evan did. Can you talk about a little bit how you got it prepared and got it all ready for the show?
This year is one of our good friends, Caleb Hammett, from Hammett Excavation out of Dodge City, Texas, local boy. We come down and do their fleet, and we do all their trucks quite often. They're great friends of ours. We met them a few years ago at a truck show, and we just started doing all their stuff. And this one here in particular, we always start with the polishing first. The metal is a very dirty job, and it throws dust everywhere, so we do all the metal and get it on point as much as we can. And then we get it over here to the show, because it's going to collect some dust driving down the road to get it to the show. Once we get it into the show, we start wiping it. Last night from about 11 o'clock at night until about 4 o'clock in the morning, I was laying underneath this thing, wiping the whole inside of the frame. Here at Dallas, they judge inside the frame rails and everything. So they'll put a hand in anywhere they can reach and check for grease and dirt. So we literally have to lay underneath this entire thing and get it completely clean. They'll wipe inside fenders, they'll wipe inside the wheels.
How do you transport these trucks to the shows?
They actually drive them.
Oh, okay.
There are some that get trailered in. Here at Dallas, they have a class called Builder's Class. Builder's Class is 9 times out of 10 guys that trailer their trucks in. We have another great customer over there, the Thompsons, that trailer their truck to all the shows. They built strictly a show truck. It's not a working truck by any sense of the term. It will never hook to a trailer. It's just a cool truck. But they built it just for shows, and it gets trailered in, and that's how they transport theirs. But most of these guys, 9 out of 10 of them drive them.
Wow, that's very interesting. You'd always think they would want to trailer them in to keep them in spick-span condition for the shows.
Exactly, but the rules and the stipulations cut that off. If you're going to be in the working truck class, like the Hammets are, you have to drive it to the show. It has to be driven to the show.
Gotcha, I can see that, yeah.
If you look, there's one truck over here, it's kind of like a creamish colored. They drove it in today and didn't get a chance to clean it. They got in late, so they didn't get a chance to clean it before rags were down, so it's actually covered in bugs over there. But that's how a lot of these guys come in. Most of these guys will come in on Tuesday, covered in bugs, get parked, and then we'll start wiping from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Today is Thursday?
Thursday.
I was up Wednesday morning at 6:30 in the morning. We started wiping trucks. I did 7 trucks here in the lot, and I still haven't been to sleep yet.
Oh
And
man,
it's-
so
what
you
time?
need to get some rest.
It's late.
Well, Evan, I really appreciate it. And if you are interested in having Evan and his team trick out your truck, you can follow him on his platforms or check him on his website once again. So thanks again, Evan, and good luck with the show this
Appreciate
week.
you, Nikki.
And we will see you on the next Truck Boss Show. A big thanks to Evan. His trucks were amazing, Isela. Like, they were just so beautiful and shiny. And I love how he said that. It shocked me kind of when he said that a lot of those trucks for the classes, the working trucks, they have to drive in. So it's like the pressure is a little bit more on those fellas, guys and gals, to get those trucks ready because they drive in and they might be covered in bugs and they have to like get down and dirty and get those clean for the show by Thursday.
But let me tell you something, what I noticed, Nikki, okay? That is a big dude, okay? I'm gonna say, like, I have a friend who calls her husband big, what is it?
Tall drink of water?
Yeah, tall
Is
drink
that
of
what
water.
He was
He
tall. I
was
think
pretty
Evan was
tall.
like 6'5" or
No, he's
6'7".
6'7".
6'7". Oh
6'7".
my,
And that
yes.
he wasn't even standing up straight when
And
he was
I'm
talking to you.
5'3", and he made me look like just
You
a
were
little bitty person,
little
like a
woman.
gnome.
Little woman. You were like this
you can
tiny.
just consider me a gnome.
How did you
compared to
feel
Evan.
talking to him like this?
Well, my
Like,
neck hurt a little bit, but
because that was kind of weird. When I looked at him, I said, "Whoa, now that is a big dude."
yeah,
I've never
that's
seen
funny.
he was pretty tall.
Yes, but he's a sweet guy. Thanks for your time, Evan. Big thanks. To
No,
you.
but he did awesome. He did a great job.
Yes.
So love it.
And who did you have the opportunity to speak with? Isela?
Well, I had the opportunity to talk with Matt from My Riteload. He spoke to me about a lot of the new things that they have coming on. Now, if you want to know all the new stuff that's going to be happening this year, check this video out.
How's it going, Isela, here with the Truck Boss Show? I'm sitting here with our friend Matthew with Riteload, and Matthew's going to talk to us about a lot of the amazing things that they have happening this year. Matthew, thank you for being with us.
Oh, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So, Matthew, tell us what all is going on this year. What has happened and what has changed with Riteload?
Well, first of all, we've changed the name from My Riteload to just Riteload. We've brought on some pretty powerful people who have been in the industry for 20 plus years. Got a lot of new technology pieces to the puzzle that are actually coming. Some of them are probably about 2 or 3 weeks away. We're just really excited at this point right now for some pretty good growth for Riteload. And there's a lot of drivers. It's become a really good groundswell movement.
So now with all these changes, now this is for our drivers to make it a lot easier for them, a lot more convenient, and then also bring them on board to join the industry as well.
Our basic core functionality was to remove the brokers from the equation. We can beat around the bush and we can dance all day long, but that is basically the reality. Our ultimate goal was to remove the freight brokers from the equation and really simplify the entire process, allowing the shippers and the carriers to just connect and contract directly. So it's not real rocket science, but you know, no one's really was taking the step to do it. So, and we started this journey about going on 7 years now.
What are some of the things that the drivers out there can expect out of all this?
They can expect higher rates, a much faster process, whole process of connecting with a shipper. You don't have to go through the brokers. You don't have to go through a lot of the nonsense that they put both sides, both the shipper and the carrier together, to get them together, who ultimately they have to work with each other. So all of these hoops and hurdles that they make them both go through for a very rudimentary and a relatively simple process to connect with a carrier, pick up here and deliver it there. And it's gotten, I guess, really super overcomplicated, you know, and we've just kind of taken it back to basics, you know, allowing them to connect simply, easily, more efficiently, and way more economically together, sorry.
That's pretty neat. So where can they get a hold of you, or where can they contact Riteload? Where can they find more information if they have any other questions?
Sure. They can simply go to riteload.com. There's not a lot. It's funny, people here are asking us for pamphlets. And when we tell them no, we don't have a pamphlet, they're saying, hey, that's great. They actually like that. That means it's really simple. And it really is that simple. They can go to riteload.com, or they can dial us at 833-FREIGHTLOAD. That's FR8LOAD.
Well, Matthew, I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for taking the time to explain this to us. And I really do hope that drivers out there, you want something so easy, just get a hold of Riteload and they're going to help you out and they're going to make sure that you're taken care of, right?
Cheers.
Cheers to that. That's it here on the Truck Boss Show. See you on the next segment.
A big thanks to Matt. Now, Nikki, there's a lot of good things that are happening at my Riteload with like the no broker fees.
Yes.
And he did tell me there's a lot of changes
Higher
that they
paying
have.
loads.
Yes, and that's what they're looking for. So you know what? They're out there to take care of you and they're looking out for you. So
Make sure you check out my Riteload.
yes,
They take care of you over
yes.
there.
So
Speaking of big things, like you said earlier, I'm going to snack attack her. Snack attack, sneak attack. So what do we have going on in the next couple of weeks, Isela?
well, you know what? I know that like I always say, Truck Boss Show is always all over the place. We're bringing the fun to you. You know what? Bossapalooza was a big hit at
Yes.
GATS, and it's
We had a lot of
you know
fun.
what? It's being demanded by our viewers and our followers. Don't worry. We got you covered. We're going to be bringing it to you at the big rig races. We're going to be in Bristol, Tennessee coming up
Yes.
soon in here in October. So now you got to stay tuned because we're going to be sharing all that good information with you. So you can either come out and join us or follow us on Facebook.
That's right. And don't forget to like, share, and comment because we always like to see your input and we always like for your engagement and get involved because you never know. We might have more ideas. You might send us some more ideas.
Yes, and if there's something interesting that you do other than just driving, because we know that a lot of you have lots of talents, let us know. We would want to see videos. We want to hear about it. We'd like to spread the word too.
Yeah, just like the videos from Amanda Peeler earlier, we love to showcase our drivers out there and the fun and cool things that you're doing. It doesn't matter what kind of load you're hauling. We want to see it. It's just fun and entertaining, and we want to share it with everybody. So
Yes, and don't forget that we always appreciate all our drivers out there because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have what we have today. And so, Nikki,
Absolutely.
why do we do this?
because you're the boss.